Old Lakeshore Road land, who should have value of that? When value comes up short, real estate FOMO, and how to get your finances in order and a little bit of affordability. That's This Week in Housing on Ryan Out Loud. So let's first get into what happens on an appraised value when it comes up short. It's something you have to really look at, especially with the market changing right now. If the appraisal does come lower on your purchase price, what do you have to do? Couple questions you should ask yourself, and I'll link the ad in here from Canada Mortgage Trends that you should take a look at. But if the appraisal does come in low, do you have the money to make up the difference? What happens if the offer's firm and there's not conditional upon financing? Just a couple of things you ask yourself. And I think when the market's constantly changing like it is right now, it's really good to be up on this information. So real estate FOMO, what is that? It's the fear of missing out. And things to keep in mind, great article from Money Sense magazine, and I'll link that in here as well. And just what to be cautious for over real estate FOMO, and make sure, especially as a young first-time home buyer, you're not falling into that FOMO trap of real estate. And, just make sure you're working with professionals, talk to a realtor, talk to your mortgage advisor, talk to your lawyer, and just make sure you're getting proper information. You're just not jumping into something because the fear of missing out. Great. I think you should buy a house because you will be missing out, but make sure you're doing it properly and just really educating yourself on the whole position. So another great one here too about how to get your finances in order before buying a home. And that's an article from the OttawaSun.com. I thought they did a really good job of giving you some good information to help you get ready about, having that steady income, some tips on maybe improving your credit score and for helping save up for that down payment. And there's a lot of great other information there we'll put about down payment saving, when to start saving now. What are some good programs that are available? Like Lambton County has the down payment assistant program. We can use your RSPs. There's also a lot of great incentives, especially if you're not in the GTA area, for first-time home buyers to get into home ownership. And, maybe it's just buying something outside of your area until you can afford your area. Lots of great things too. And I think this is a topic, this is going to be a hot topic for the next month as we have a provincial election coming up. And the soaring cost of living, affordability, and I think that's going to be on the top of mind of all Ontario voters. But whose job is it for affordable housing? And is the way they look at it now, is it actually good for affordable housing? Or are they using it just to get votes? So the question I get right now is they've been doing the same act over and over again for affordable housing. And most time they villainize, the real estate profession, maybe the investors for making money, and they tax them. So is it working or is it not working? So a couple questions we got to look at, and this article covers some of it, is, home flippers, they want to tax home flippers more. Will that just stop home flippers from selling the homes? So they'll just rent them, and is that less inventory on there? Should you be penalized for selling an income property with capital gains tax? Because again, it takes the incentives away for maybe selling the property. Is there maybe they have to work on how do we cut down red tape so we can get developments faster? And how do we make it less to build and to get permit? The fees in most municipalities is absolutely bananas on how much it costs to even get a permit before you get a hole in the ground. We'll put that on here from the Star as well. I'd love to hear some feedback on that to see what is the answer for affordable housing. I don't think it's just taxing the crap out of anyone that wants to buy and sell real estate and just taxing more and more. I think they had to come up with a plan because really they've been going at it the same way for a long time. Nothing's changed. It's the definition of insanity, expecting a different result. And here's a very interesting one. So council, we have Old Lakeshore Road. You've been following this story. So that is the old Lakeshore right away. And what happened there was that road that went through, and on the other side of the land, there was a whole roadway, and a lot of it collapsed. So that's a stretch of the land between the College Drain and Mike Weir Park. It collapsed in 1973 when there was a big storm. So all these owners since 73 have encroached on it, built structures on it. A lot of them thought they owned it and had no idea. So who gets ownership on it? Should the city go after it? Should they spend the money on the legal costs to recoup it? And then they're going to put in a walkway. I think there should be fair rights to everyone, but who's entitled to this? It is the cost worth the burden of it? That is the question. Blackbird News has a great article on that. And let's just look at a quick recap now from 2021 versus this week, what we've been seeing, just like the interview George and I have every week. And we look at last year, there was 65 sales for this last week. 23 homes came off the market. That's a lot of homes that come off the market. But it was interesting. The last week we had 44 new listings, 44 sales, and then 7 come off the market. And it was very interesting because for the last couple of weeks, we've seen more listings than sales. Now we're back leveling back out. So was that just a blip in the market and we're going to see things heat up again? Maybe prices keep going, or we're going to see them level up. I'd love some of your feedback on that. That's another week of Ryan Out Loud. Thanks for watching, and we'll check you next time.